Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2025 Heart of America Athletic Conference Baseball Conference Tournament. Today's matchup brings us together two teams from the Heart, which is home to over 6,000 student athletes from across the Midwest. All Heart games are expected to abide by the 5 core character values the NAIA embraces, which are integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. We thank you in advance for abiding by these values, and good luck to both teams. And now let's meet the starters for the number 2 seed Mid-American Nazarene University, led by head coach Nate Breland. Leading off and playing center field, number 9, Brent Alma. Batting second and playing second base, number 1, Drew Woodley. Hitting third, the designated hitter, number 27, Javier Melendez. Batting cleanup and playing first base, number 35, Caden Owens. Hitting fifth, the center fielder, number 22, Sean Maple. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 34, Willie Borquez. Hitting in the 7th spot and playing shortstop, number 30, Christopher Lugo. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 8, Riggs Harper. And batting ninth and playing catcher, number 28, Christian Crespo. And pitching today for the Pioneers is number 20, Luis Lopez. And now meet the starters for the number 8 seed Clarke University, led by head coach Brian McCabe. Batting first and playing second base, number 10, Dean Armande. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 1, Cole Swartz. Batting third, the right fielder, number 33, Jackson Brooks. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 11, Alden Brown. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 21, Darren Eles. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 19, Kai Crowder. Batting seventh and catching, number 17, Bryn Van Tiger. Batting eighth and playing center field, number 3, Randy Lopez Acosta. Batting ninth and playing third base, number 12, Will Ramirez. And let's play ball.
Good evening and welcome to the Ozark. Randy Lopez Acosta in center and Jackson Brooks in right.
Leading off for Mid-America.
So it will be Brent Olmo to lead off for the Pioneers.
Olmo.
The senior out of Puerto Rico. Olmo hitting .374, 6 home runs, 33 RBIs.
Olmo very patient, but will swing at the first pitch.
And he will take a strike from Maeta.
Already not liking the call. Olmo looked back at the umpire.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
These teams did not face each other in the regular season. Why do I sound so weird? Okay.
And Maeta misses up.
Almost set the MNU walks record last year with 39. This year he's at, what, 30 or 31 or so?
32. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Dante Maeta.
Now batting the second baseman, number 1, Drew Woodley.
He's going to bring up the second baseman, Drew Woodley, the leading hitter for the Pioneers, hitting .438 on the year, 9 home runs, 39 RBIs. An OBP of .511.
Yeah, the OPS over 1,200. He had a massive season.
Maeta misses high for ball one to Woodley.
Pioneers are the road team in this game, even though they're the higher seed, because Clarke played earlier today. They were the road team.
Woodley takes strike one from Maeta.
And in these neutral site tournaments, they don't want you to be the home team or the road team twice in a row if you can avoid it.
That misses up for ball two.
Camera 3 is all over the place. It's like it's not tightened or something.
Called strike two. Maeta has went 7 innings his last 2 starts and only given up 2 runs in each. Fly ball right off the bat of Woodley. Brooks moving toward the line will make the catch. And 2 gone for the Pioneers here in the top of the first. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Javier Melendez. Melendez hitting .392, 8 home runs, 43 RBIs on the year. That one in for a strike to Melendez.
Looks like pretty good velocity from Maeta.
That misses for ball one.
The center field camera is clamped to the top of the metal wall, and I think we have a train in the distance. And it feels like
shaking
it's shaking the whole wall.
1-1 swung on and missed by Melendez. The 1-2. Fouled out of play by Melendez. Count even at 2-2 now to Melendez.
Maeta, big boy. Where did you say he's from?
Berwyn, Illinois.
Oh. I'm from Illinois. I don't recognize that town.
That one appeal down. They're going to say he went around. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Maeta, and he sits the Pioneers down in order in the top of the first. I'll take a look to see if he did.
He did not. Hold on. I got it. Here we go. No chance.
No, he checked. It looked like he checked that.
Ouch.
So the strikeout there for Maeta to end the inning. We'll now head to the bottom of the first and the starting lineup for head coach Brian McCabe and the Pride, leading off the second baseman Dean Ormonde. Batting second, the designated hitter Cole Swartz. Batting third, the right fielder Jackson Brooks. Batting fourth, the first baseman Alden Brown. Batting fifth, the shortstop Darren Eels. Batting sixth, the left fielder Key Crowder. Batting seventh, the catcher Bryn Van Tyker. Batting eighth, the center fielder Randy Lopez Acosta. And batting ninth, the third baseman William Ramirez. Luis Lopez going to get the start for the Pioneers. 7-4 on the year. This will be his 13th start, a 3.03 ERA in 65 and a third, 78 strikeouts, an opponent batting average of .215.
He's been excellent all year. Good pitch mix, really good velocity, tailing fastball, changeup, good sweeper, slider, whatever he throws. And he's been the workhorse for the Pioneers this year. 65 innings. most on the team. And they count on him to finish game 1 and all those double headers.
So it'll be Ormonde to lead it off for Clarke. Senior out of Long Beach, California. Hitting .346, 7 home runs, 29 RBIs. Lopez, 3 straight complete games, with 2 of those being complete game shutouts.
Yeah, he's been hot lately. There was a stretch in the middle of the season, I think. He had a couple starts where got knocked around a bit, but that's been it.
So 1-1 the count here to Ormonde. Outside for ball 2.
It was windy all day, and then once the sun went down, those flags went absolutely limp. It is a dead, still evening here in Ozark.
2-1 to Ormonde. Swung on him, missed for strike 2. Lopez, a junior out of Salinas, Puerto Rico. The 2-2. And a full count to Ormonde. Into right field and a leadoff single for Dean Ormonde. And the leadoff runner is on here for Clarke in the bottom of the first. For the designated hitter, Cole Swartz. Swartz, a junior out of Lamont, Iowa. Hitting .254 with 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Fly ball to center. Olmo is there, and he will make the catch. 1 gone for the Pride.
Lopez says thank you very much. First pitch, easy out. Turns a stressful situation into one that's much more manageable.
Right fielder Jackson Brooks steps in for Clarke. Brooks, junior out of Burlington, Iowa. Hitting .277, 6 home runs, 42 RBIs. Runner on the move. The throw from Crespo. Looked like it was probably in time, but a little bobble from Woodley and a stolen base for Ormonde.
It bounced, and Woodley couldn't quite snag it. Yeah, throw had him beat.
You're winning 2-0.
Thank you. That sounds like a first-inning homer from Abby Schulte.
That would be correct.
Really?
Yeah, 2-run home run.
Awesome.
that was impressive. Off the end of the bat for Brooks, and I think that hit the bag. Lopez covering in time. As Ormonde moves up to third.
Yeah, it hit something weird. Owens was able to range over and make the play, but
yeah, I think that caught a piece of the bag.
Possibly. I didn't. I promise I didn't look at the softball stats, but.
First baseman Alden Brown steps in for the Pride. Senior out of Kennewick, Washington. Brown hitting .310, 7 home runs, 33 RBIs. Tied for the team lead in home runs with Ormonde and Darren Eels.
Not a ton of big home run numbers. What does he lead with?
7.
7. That's a good D. It's a good season.
As that misses for ball 1.
Who are you guys going with in game 2 today?
We went right back to Bailey Selvage.
Yeah. Dance with the one who brung you.
Yep. Foul tipped into the glove of Crespo for strike 2.
Lopez got that one by Brown. He was a little late on that. So do you heat him up again, or do you think that he's going to speed up and go with some off speed?
He brought the heater. Backhanded by Woodley, and a spectacular play from Drew Woodley to end the inning. I now see your gold glove case there, sir. That was spectacular from Woodley.
Holy cow. We will show you that one a few more times.
Out. So it's going to be Caden Owens to lead things off for MNU, the junior out of Lawson, Missouri. Hitting .370, 12 home runs, and a heart-leading 59 RBIs on the year.
Yeah, he's had tons of RBI opportunities as the guys at the top of the order get on base all the time. And Caden Owens likes to hit the ball hard and far. When that happens with runners on, you get tons of RBIs.
1-0 from Maeta. Off-speed, swung on and missed.
Owens was injured in last year's tournament, and we lost him for the opening round, which was a big blow. I think he had 14 homers last year.
Down in the count now, 1-2. Fouls that one out of play. Okay, we answered right back with a 2-run home run, so we're tied at 2.
Who are we pitching? Man Warren?
Yep.
Okay.
And it was the person I would have expected to hit the home run. That misses outside for ball 2.
Your 4-hole?
3.
Is she the? Oh, that's right. You guys have changed your lineup recently.
Oh, no, she didn't homer. She doubled.
Oh.
She doubled and scored 2. Down the left field line, tailing away from Crowder, and that's going to get down in foul territory. Good battle here from Owens.
Yeah, he's got plenty of swing and miss. You can strike him out. He's got 23 on the season, but he also hits .370. It's not just going to be a cakewalk.
And he gets Owens the chase. And he'll be tagged out by Van Tiger. And the 3rd strikeout already for Dante Maeta.
Yeah, he's been looking sharp. Pioneer hitters have swung and missed a handful of times already.
That's going to bring up the left fielder, Sean Maple. A senior out of Adelaide, South Australia. High fly ball, deep left field, and that's going to hang up and get off the wall. As Crowder hit the wall, but it's going to be a 1-out double for Maple. Earlier today, that ball was gone.
Maybe. I think he hit it off the end of the bat just a
Just
touch.
enough?
Just a touch. It wasn't. It didn't have that driving. Whatever. That was good. It was a good, good double. I don't know what to tell you.
So, runner in scoring position for the Pioneers.
Maples had a huge season.
For the right fielder, Willie Borquez. Borquez hitting .318, 9 home runs, 35 RBIs. Swing and a miss by Borquez. Senior out of Mexico. Another swing and a miss by Borquez for strike 2. The 0-2. Fouled off by Borquez.
Barely stays alive, does Borquez.
A lot of swing and misses from Maeta.
Huge power and a lot of swing and miss from Borquez, too. He's kind of the typical modern player where you're looking to launch no matter the count.
The 0-2 fly ball to center. Lopez Acosta going back. He'll make the catch. Maple will tag, and he will be in safely at third.
Well, I thought that may have had a chance to get over his head. Yeah, the wind dying down has really affected these fly balls so far.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, Christopher Lugo.
Batting the shortstop, number 30, Christopher Lugo.
Lugo hitting .275, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs. Chance to drive in a run and give the Pioneers the lead.
He will be swinging early and often.
A swing and a miss by Lugo. That misses for ball one from Maeta. Foul tipped in the glove of Antiger for strike two. Into left field.
Get down.
And that's going to get down for Lugo. He's digging for second. The throw from Crowder in time to get Lugo. But that will drive in the run to make it 1-0 MNU. But Lugo out on the play at second. So the Pioneers will lead it 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here at the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament.
I'll show it to you. Especially that play at second. It looked like Lugo thought he was safe. He was kind of talking a little bit afterwards. It's not a bad risk to take with 2 outs. He's out. He's like, no, he missed me.
That was a really good throw from Crowder.
Yeah, it was. I'll try to see if we have a better angle of it. We do. All right, let's see if he avoided this tag.
I got there just a second late.
Yeah. No, he missed me. No. We don't have replay. The call stands.
Lopez getting loose. But Lugo does come through, drives in the run, and gets the Pioneers on the board.
Sorry, I should not say get down while the ball is in the air. When it's my team, I should be neutral. But
It's a tough thing to do sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
But I do try to remain neutral. Objective, fair, and handsome. I don't know. It's the game 4.
We're through 28 innings of 28 and a half innings of baseball so far.
Yeah.
Darren Eels, the batter.
Correction, Darren Eels.
All right, calm down.
Eels, the junior out of Stockton, California, to lead things off. Eels, Crowder, and Van Tiger due up for Clarke.
I've lost camera 4. This guy. All right. It's game 4. The batteries are like, give me a new battery.
The 0-1 on the outside corner for strike 2 from Lopez. And a swing and a miss. The first strikeout for Luis Lopez. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Key Crowder.
I'm sorry, I'm going to keep coughing. My throat has been killing me for weeks. I thought it was over. It's not.
Breaking ball in for a strike from Lopez.
Lopez likes to work quickly, and if he gets into a strike-throwing rhythm, the umpire gets into it with him, and it can go quick. Key.
And another strike for Lopez. And
Brett, we got that from Brett that it was Key.
yes,
Earlier, right?
yeah, he texted you.
Yeah. I never passed that message along. Sorry.
That misses for ball one. A 1-2 count to Crowder. Into left center. That's going to get down. Maple able to cut it off. And a one-out single for Key Crowder.
Good piece of hitting with 2 strikes. Stayed right on that breaking ball. Lined it in the left field.
Number 17, Bryn Van Tiger.
I'll bring up the catcher, Bryn Van Tiger. As Lopez misses high. Van Tiger, the junior out of Peosta, Iowa. Hitting .295, 3 home runs, 30 RBIs. He'll take a strike from Lopez. One chopped foul.
We mentioned earlier in the day that this would be a great host. What is he looking at? Okay. A great host for the World Series. I drilled that "Just Do It" sign. I'm going to give you a replay of that.
You think he got there in time?
Yes, it's Rory.
Oh, no, that was quick.
Come on.
Nope, not quite.
But you can see it waving. Come on, Rory, get on it.
Is that the first time you've ever got on
Yeah.
Rory for anything? It's a foul ball.
And he didn't even miss it. I mean, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It was 100 miles an hour.
That misses outside to Van Tiger for ball 2.
Yeah, what did I say? World Series. And I hear that they're replacing this turf next year, too. So it'll be all brand new and sparkly if the NAIA decides to go that way.
And that will bounce right in front of Crespo. And Crowder will move up to second with 1 out and a full count to Van Tiger.
Wild pitch. Crespo couldn't find it. And the tying run in scoring position with 1 out.
Off the handle. Fielded by Woodley and a great cover from Lopez and Drew Woodley again. Wow.
He made that look really easy.
He did make that look real easy. A very smooth there from Woodley at second.
We have seen the Gold Glove list from the All-Conference team. I'm not going to share it, but we have seen it. I'm just wondering if they want to rethink it, is all I'm saying.
Swing and a miss by Randy Lopez Acosta. As Clarke with a runner on third in back-to-back innings. We'll see if Lopez Acosta can come through for the Pride.
Nice front door breaking ball, or a front door fastball. Shades of Greg Maddox. Camera 3 did get this. We'll show it again.
Off the end of the bat, foul.
Owens ranges far. So Woodley he's like, oh, Lopez will be there. He's an athlete. Perfect.
0-2 count here to Acosta. That misses up. And he would like a new baseball.
I would like to show the replay again, so that works out nicely. Woodley was holding the runner on, so it's a weird shallow cross for him. Just dead money, like Mahomes over the middle. We are in Missouri. We are not allowed to go 4 hours without mentioning Patrick Mahomes. So there's our quota right there. All hail Mahomes.
1-2.
Don't hit it to him. Woodley. Don't hit it to him.
Oh, in time to Owens, who had to reach there a little bit, but the Pride strand a runner on third in back-to-back innings. We'll head to the third, 1-0 MNU. You're watching the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament.
Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
Will be the third baseman, Riggs Harper, to lead off for MNU. Freshman out of Gentry, Arkansas, hitting .250, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs.
Hitting .250, but what's the OBP?
.471.
He gets walked a lot.
Up and out from Maeta for ball one.
He'll generally take a strike, and he doesn't chase. And if you do just those two things, you'll draw tons of walks.
That one low for ball two.
And his strike zone isn't very big. That also helps.
That one down and in for ball three. And for a strike to Harper.
Well, it's 4-2, Benedictine over at softball. Happy for you, real thrilled.
A fly ball to left. Crowder going back.
Jeez.
That hung up there for a while, but Crowder makes the catch, and one gone for the Pioneers to start the third.
He got that ball. That was way further than I expected off the bat.
That's going to bring up the catcher, Christian Crespo.
Now batting the catcher, number 28, Christian Crespo.
Senior out of Vega Baja, Puerto Rico. Crespo hitting .267, a home run and 9 RBIs. Fouls that one off for strike one. Just judging by the stats, and him and Hamilton are still splitting time.
Yeah. I don't know how they will handle it in this tournament, but it's not like one has clearly shown over the other or anything like that. So
Maeta misses up for ball one to Crespo.
Hamilton has generally caught Adam Gray's starts, and that'll be the next game. So I expect we'll see Hamilton next game.
Swing and a miss for strike two.
He's throwing some smoke up there.
Yeah. The 1-2 swung on him, missed, and the fourth strikeout for Dante Maeta.
Really impressive so far. What's that? You said 4 of the first 9?
Yes. Yeah, 4 of the first 8 have been strikeouts. Back to the top of the order for Brent Olmo. And the off-speed there from Maeta for strike one. Olmo struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Another swing and a miss for strike two. Down and away for ball one. Outside for ball two.
It's like a couple straight change-ups after I think it was two straight fastballs that got by him. Gotta expect another heater right here. Almost should be two.
The 2-2 unable to check his swing, and the fifth strikeout for Dante Maeta. 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. You're watching the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament. Third baseman William Ramirez to lead off for Clarke. It'll be Ramirez, Ormonde, and Swartz due up for the Pride. One fouled off by Ramirez, junior out of Brentwood, California. We're going to say he went around, and the count 0-2.
Yes, he did.
Low and away for ball one. Trying to get Ramirez to chase. Fouled out of play by Ramirez. Ground ball to Harper. A throw across to Owens in time. And one gone here in the bottom of the third. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Dean Ormonde.
Now batting the second baseman, number 10, Dean Ormonde.
Ormonde singled to right in his first at-bat. That one in for a strike from Lopez.
Yeah, that was a really nice leadoff at bat to start the game, or start the bottom of the first. When Ormonde went like 6-7 pitches, got himself into a full count and laced a single.
Another ground ball to Harper, and another throw in time to Owens at first.
It's funny, it looks like Harper is throwing the ball really high. When he releases it, it's like, ooh, is that going to go over the top? No, Owens is 6'6", Harper's like 5'8". He's just throwing it to Owens' head, so it looks a lot higher than it normally does.
It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Cole Swartz. Fouled out of play for strike one. Fouled off the foot.
They didn't call it, though. No, that's a foul ball. That guy, yeah, third base coach saw it. Everybody saw it except those two umpires. Look at he's got an ISO on the umpire. Nice job.
That was great. That's great.
Good job, camera 3. I see him working over there. He's been really active. All right, I can show you the replay. From here, it was obvious that it hit something twice.
The 0-2 misses down.
Can't tell from there, but they got it right.
1-2 swung on him, missed. And a 1-2-3 inning for Luis Lopez. We'll head to the fourth, 1-0 MNU here at the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament. Woodley, Melendez, and Owens due up for the Pioneers here in the top of the fourth. Drew Woodley flew out to right in his first at-bat.
Woodley really took his time getting into the box. I wonder if the Pioneers are going to try to upset this guy's rhythm.
That misses up from Maeta. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, 5 strikeouts so far. A fly ball to center off the bat of Woodley. Lopez Acosta moves to his right and in a little bit and makes the catch. And that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Javier Melendez.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 27, Javier Melendez.
And a swing and a miss by Melendez.
He has got these Pioneers all sorts of confused and locked up.
On the outside corner for strike 2.
What did I just push? What does F7 do? Something happened on the graphic.
That one misses low for ball 1.
F7. Home run. Okay.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, that's not the right button. Good to know. I don't have to click it anymore.
Is that right next to balls and strikes?
Yes, but
Is that what happened?
I'm nowhere near. No, because I was trying to switch between cameras 1
Oh.
through 4. I don't know where
Oh.
F7 came from. It's ridiculous.
And Melendez takes high. The 2-2. High fly ball in the shallow right. It's going to be Ormondi, and he will squeeze it. 2 gone for the Pioneers here in the top of the 4th.
Well, when you get big arms like this and big power like Melendez and like Owens, you're going to get some sky-high pop-ups. And hopefully, well, hopefully for me, long homers.
That's going to bring up Caden Owens. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He'll take a strike from Maeta. Down the first base line, fielded cleanly by Brown. Underhand to Maeta, and another 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Pioneers.
baby. Let's go.
Will be the right fielder Jackson Brooks to lead off for Clarke. It'll be Brooks, Brown, and Eels due up for Clarke.
Watch out.
And Brooks lost the bat, and it went right towards Brown.
Number 33, Jackson Brooks.
Whoop. Rory got that even.
Are you
Check it out.
you sound surprised. You shouldn't be.
Look at that. Come on. Rory, you're even doing better than I expected, which is ridiculous.
On the outside corner, it's 0-2.
Yep.
Called strike 3 and the third strikeout for Luis Lopez. And one gone for Clarke to start the fourth.
Now batting the first baseman, number 11, Alden Brown.
Brings up first baseman Alden Brown. Grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. Fouled off by Brown. Another swing and a miss. Strike 2. Up and in for ball 1. Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Luis Lopez.
Back-to-back looking strikeouts. Like that's a different level of nasty.
Now batting the shortstop, number 21.
The other guys swing and miss stuff. Lopez is locking them up the other way. These guys are dealing.
Darren Eels, the shortstop, struck out in his first at-bat. And a swing and a miss to start the at-bat. Ground ball to Harper out. Tough play, gets into left. As Eels will reach.
I didn't get a look at it. What do you think?
I'll let you be the judge.
Okay. It's a base hit. Yeah, they got it right on the scoreboard.
Center fielder, number 19, Key
So
Crowder.
2-out single for Eels, and that'll bring up Key Crowder. Up and out from Lopez.
What's our stolen base numbers with that guy?
At first. It's over here.
Swing and a miss. Sorry to make you dig.
Oh, you're good. None.
Okay.
He doesn't have a stolen base this year. Grounded foul by Crowder for strike 2. Just off the outside corner, 2-2.
Lopez says up, and the umpire says out. Yeah, I thought it was out as well.
Grounded to Harper at third. Be a foul ball.
Better hope so. Yes, okay. That guy was flying down to first. It's going to be a while.
And Crowder's
before he
got
can-
good speed.
Here, let's watch him go. We'll do this one in full speed. Let's see what kind of time he gets to first. 3.7 seconds. I'm kidding. That's Ichiro speed.
2-2 count here to Crowder. Runner on first and 2 outs. Popped up. It's going to be Woodley. And he will make the catch, and that will end the inning. 4 complete. Pioneers lead it 1-0. Maple, Borquez, and Lugo due up for the Pioneers. This was the part of the order that scored the run. Maple doubled, and then Borquez got out, and then Lugo singled the left and was tagged out trying to stretch it into a double, but gave the Pioneers a 1-0 lead back in the second inning.
Over in Cedar Rapids at the softball field, Benedictine leads MNU 5-2.
Fly ball into shallow center. Long run. It's Ormondi making the play.
Nice play. I didn't think he had a chance, and the center fielder certainly didn't. He was way back. Nice job covering that ground. We'll see his range right here.
Now batting the right fielder, number 34, Willie Borquez.
Second baseman showing out.
And great play there from Ormondi. One into the turf.
Poop.
I think it's the one out there.
It's got to be. This one looks fine. Center field camera down.
Fouled off by Borquez. 1-1 count.
I'll head out there again. I always do. My goal is to climb the ladder like 3 times in a day. It's been about 10 today. I shouldn't be up there.
Ground ball, and that's going to be the shortstop. Eels making the play on Borquez. They were shifted, and Eels still went a long way to go get it.
Yeah, and Borquez can run, so you made that way closer than it should have been, as Eels just kind of flipped it.
Now batting the shortstop, number 30, Christopher Lugo.
We'll bring up the shortstop, Christopher Lugo.
Is Tyler up here still?
And up the middle, and that's going to be another hit for Lugo.
Stretch this one, too.
And he's going to be in at second with a 2-out double. So Lugo seeing it well tonight. He's 2 for 2. 2 of the 3 Pioneer hits. And is going to bring up the third baseman, Riggs Harper.
Now batting the third baseman, number 8, Riggs Harper.
Mute me.
Fouled back by Harper. And runner on second. 2 outs here for MNU. Top of the 5th inning. Harper, ground ball to the right side, fielded by Ormondi. The throw in time to Brown to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers 1, Clarke nothing. Bryn Van Tiger to lead off for the Pride here in the bottom of the 5th. Be Van Tiger, Acosta, and Ramirez. Grounded foul by Van Tiger. In for strike 2 from Lopez. You've gotten really quick at that.
Well, I didn't have to climb the ladder. The power went out again.
Oh.
So I just pushed a button on the power bank and it was back up.
Gotcha. So it was,
Really
it was the camera that died.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Down and in, and a full count to Van Tiger.
I'm going to have to reset that power bank again, though, because that's twice it's gone out for no reason. It's only at 50%.
Fouled off by Van Tiger.
It's a good fight right there. This is a big at bat. If you can get the leadoff man out against Lopez. This isn't going to be a 10-7 type game. Every little thing is going to be magnified.
Into left, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Bryn Van Tiger. And it will be Christian Ayers, the sophomore out of Meade, Colorado, in to run at first for the catcher Van Tiger.
So good speed aboard to start the bottom of the 5th.
And it will be the center fielder, Randy Lopez Acosta.
Now batting the center fielder, number 3, Randy Lopez Acosta.
I would assume bunt here with the 8-hole, but what do I know? Not much.
That misses inside for ball 1. And Lopez missing high for ball 2. Fouled out of play for strike 1. One fielded by Owens, and he will tag out Lopez Acosta.
They're asking the home plate umpire if that was fair. I guess it was.
Yeah, it looks like it. So 3 unassisted.
It's kind of a weird play.
Going to bring up the third baseman, William Ramirez.
Owens had designs on trying to go to second, but maybe the dugout just yelled like, hey, just get your out. Like, no reason to chuck that one into left center and cause super chaos.
Rounded foul down the third base line. And Harper, yeah, he's coming up a little gimpy there. He was down for an extended period after the ground out, and you could see it there on that foul ball right there. Maybe not at 100%.
Huh.
Fouled off for strike 2.
I missed it, but I was driving out to the center field camera, and I looked at the scoreboard to see what the situation was, and I saw Harper's picture with no count. And I thought that was strange because I thought there would have been a couple pitches thrown. And then I briefly glanced. I could see the field through the fence and saw that there was a crowd around first base just briefly. So what was that?
You know, when he ran through the bag, something happened when he ran through the bag.
Twisted his ankle or something?
Something, or maybe a little pull.
Yep.
That is going back to the top of the order.
That was a 3-1.
Yeah, 1-3.
Yes.
And it'll be the second baseman, Dean Ormonde. This is the third time Clarke has had a runner on third with 2 outs.
Law of averages says you're going to cash one of these in. Nice block from Crespo.
What happened? I didn't catch it, but the run scores.
Get it on, get Coach Thompson here.
The pitcher didn't have the ball yet, did he?
I don't know what to call that. The umpire pointed. Hold on a second.
So a 1-0 count to Armandi as that ties the game.
Right. It's kind of a big play.
Fouled off for strike one.
All right, so here's the pitch. The umpire points. Why did he point?
Did he balk before?
That's got to be the call.
Fouled off for strike two.
So let's move him home on a balk for now, and then if we have to change it, we change it. It's going to be a better look from camera one. So we'll see that if he doesn't come set or something. We'll play it in full speed as well.
Swing and a miss by Armandi. Fifth strikeout for Lopez, but a run scores for Clarke to tie it at 1.
Or runners on and get a balk. That did cross my mind earlier today for some reason. And with a runner on third, you kind of have to declare if you're going to go from the stretch or from the windup. And as long as you do the same thing over and over, you're good with a man on third. But he must have changed, and I'm guessing that's what Coach Thompson was talking about.
So it's the catcher, Christian Crespo, to lead off. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. We'll take a fastball up for ball one from Maeta.
Man, that is some serious cheddar. They say he's sitting low 90s.
Looks every bit of it.
It does.
That one in for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two.
The breaking ball isn't too bad either.
It's the swing and miss rate that I've been quite impressed with.
That's how you really know when you've got good stuff, is the swing and miss, not just the strike threes.
Up and in for ball two. Into the turf and a full count to Crespo. Ground ball fielded cleanly by Armandi. Over to Brown and one gone for the Pioneers. Back to the top of the order, and the center fielder, Brent Olmo.
Olmo very rarely has bad at-bats. Usually his tough stretches are when he'll pop out early in the count or something. Back-to-back strikeouts where he's looked clueless is very rare. So we'll see what kind of adjustments he's made after two at-bats. He doesn't seem to get frustrated or down or out of himself, but he's had a rough go of it so far against Maeta.
Fouls that one off down the left field line. And that is a really long run, but it's going to get out of play. Swing and a miss for strike two.
He's out front.
Another swing and a miss. Olmo sat down on strikes for the third time tonight. That'll bring up Drew Woodley with nobody on and two outs.
That's pretty impressive.
Both of these guys have been awesome so far.
Yes. And Maeta's up there just like, bring it. Bring me the next one. Let's go.
70 pitches so far for Maeta. And working ahead again. Two flyouts for Drew Woodley. Fastball misses up.
Woodley, super short and quick, can handle velocity. So if he gets one in the zone, watch out. In his zone.
Ahead in the count, 2-1. In for strike 2. The 2-2. Swung on him, missed. 7 strikeouts for Dante Maeta. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 1.
My goodness.
Cole Swartz to lead off for Clarke. It'll be Swartz, Brooks, and Brown due up for the Pride. In for strike 1. Swartz 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout.
If you came to the park wanting to watch some excellent pitching, you are in the right place.
You know, everybody loves a lot of scoring and everything, but, you know, got to appreciate a great pitcher's duel.
Yeah. That's the great thing about baseball. If there's a scoreless tie in soccer, like, it can be boring.
This has been a great game.
Yeah. Scoreless ties in baseball means that there's been great defense, including the pitcher and stuff like that, so you can appreciate both sides of it.
2-2 count here to Swartz. Just off the outside corner, and a full count to Swartz.
Big pitch in this game. 2, 3, 4 due up. Lead off base runners.
Breaking
Good
ball
fight.
fouled off by Swartz. Into the turf, and that is the first walk of the game, and I had been saving this one for a while. That is the first walk in 4 starts for Lopez.
Holy cow.
He has gone 3 straight starts with no walks. All complete games.
I did not know that.
Now batting right.
That's at least 27 innings, or 26 innings with no walks.
So the strikeout to walk ratio,
Very-
strong
very,
with this
very,
one.
very good. He got 5 tonight. Like 32-1. Oh, that goes right off of Lopez. And he tried to glove flip to Owens, and Owens thought about the throw to third, but Swartz is going to move up, and Lopez is still down.
Ball was smoked. And you could hear it hit his shin, it looked like.
And Pioneers sending someone down to the bullpen very quickly.
So this is a base hit and an error as the guy moved to third. So we'll get that taken care of, and then we will figure out what we're doing here. I didn't think he needed to glove flip it. He could have gathered and thrown it, but he was probably in a lot of pain.
And he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
All right, so let's look at...
Go to like 2. There you go.
Let's look at 1 first of all to see exactly where it got him.
Right in the calf?
I can't tell from there. So let's look at camera 3. He's got the wide shot because it's not the normal camera 3 guy. His back, like his left ankle. Yeah, you know, he had time to gather that.
Yeah.
But now big trouble plus. Got a bee flying in here.
Oh, lovely.
Or something. All right, camera 2. Let's have a look. Lopez will not want to leave this game.
I feel looks like that. The lower part of the leg. And I guess they're going to let him throw one to see if he can go.
He won't want to leave the game, but in this situation, the Pioneers need to think about next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're okay at the moment. You don't want to go 2 and out in the tournament and leave it up to the committee. But if you win a couple games in this tournament, you're pretty solidified as an at-large team for nationals. But we've left it up to the committee before and been left out, and you don't want to do that.
I remember that.
So you need Lopez next week more than you need him today, but you also really need him today. And he says, I'm good to go. But can you believe him? Sometimes you have to protect pitchers from themselves, these warrior types.
I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah.
You bring the infield in.
No.
Not yet.
You
Maybe your corners.
The corners will be up, but it's 2-1 in the Pioneers' mind, and you have to keep it there. They're not going to sell out to prevent this second run. Hopefully it happens, sure. But no, they're going to play for 2 up the middle and try to keep it 2-1, basically.
Alden Brown, the batter, a ground out and a strikeout. And Lopez fires in a strike. Maybe one of the better looking pitches he's had tonight.
He doesn't have a left leg, and he just painted with 88 on the outside corner. It's pretty impressive.
Just outside for ball 1.
So here you're looking for the pop out, the line out, the strikeout. If you're a Pioneer fan, for Clarke, you just need to put it in play. You're going to get that 1 run. Even if it's a double play, you're fine with that.
Anything to give you the lead. Grounded foul by Brown down the third base line.
Camera 3 wants no part of the zoom button right now. He is staying out wide. That's fine. We got 3 other cameras working hard.
One, two, up and out. A good snag there from Crespo.
That almost was too fast for Crespo, too. Lopez is working in looks like a little extra juice right now after that shot to the leg and the break in the action. He's throwing absolute bullets.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Luis Lopez. That is going to bring up Darren Eels.
A big reaction from Lopez there. I guess you saw it on camera one. We don't have an ISO on the pitcher right now. Into his dugout. We're trained to yell at the proper dugout. Boy, he's throwing smoke right now.
Eels takes a strike.
And now there's light at the end of the tunnel. You don't have to concede this second run all of a sudden. You can play for two up the middle. Corners in. Clarke looking for something into the outfield.
Outside for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike two. Little off speed there from Lopez.
So now what? You just waved and missed at a big slider. He feels like he's throwing 95 right now. Hitter's in a big heap of trouble.
The 1-2. Blocked by Crespo.
Really nice, calm block from Crespo there. You know that Lopez is all jacked up and hyped up. We need to, if you're on defense, you need to stay the course. Let Lopez run wild, but make sure you're doing your job.
2-2, swung on him, missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Luis Lopez. 7 on the night.
Okay, so if you're Clarke right now, I'm playing with some first and third shenanigans situations, right? Lopez is looking great. You're down to 2 outs. You've got to get this run home. Maybe you can induce a balk or something crazy.
Crowder the batter. Key Crowder 1 for 2.
Now batting is center fielder, left fielder, number 19, Key Crowder.
Oh.
Line drive, caught by Woodley, and Lopez works out of a first and third with no outs jam and doesn't give up a run and keeps this game tied at 1 through 6.
Wow. Remember I said it's 2-1 in our mind, but if you can give it to Lopez and let him try to work out of it, he got it. That was impressive.
Clutch pitching from Luis Lopez induces the line out and gets out of trouble.
I can't read the lips of Spanish speakers, but I'm guessing it was something along the lines of, hooray.
So we'll head to the 7th, tied at 1. Javier Melendez to lead off for MNU. It will be Melendez, Owens, and Maple due up for the Pioneers in the top of the 7th.
It's a plane. I see little blinkies. We're
Yep.
fine. We're not going to be abducted.
Outside for ball 2. At this point, if you're either team, it's just base runners
Yeah.
with the way these guys are pitching.
Anything you can get. If you can square one up in the air, then great, but that hasn't happened very much.
Fouled out of play by Melendez.
Keep going.
That is in for strike 2 and a full count to Melendez. Great directing right
Thank
there,
you.
sir. That was great. I wish we had a camera on you while you were doing that.
There, we got camera 3 reined in at least. Just give me a zoomed-in shot of the pitcher. That's all I want.
Rounded foul by Melendez. Count remains full. Three-two, and a fly ball deep to center. Lopez Acosta going back, and he will make the catch. And that was struck well by Melendez. The lack of wind
Man,
is so pronounced.
I thought he got that.
Batting the first baseman, number 35.
It's so still, and everything is just not flying like it was earlier. I mean, it's cooled off a little bit, but not. It's still 63. It hasn't cooled off that much.
I thought it was at least going to bang off the wall for a double.
It's going to bring up the first baseman, Caden Owens.
See, this Pioneer team is full of World Series veterans who have faced pitchers like this in big spots before. This is not new for a handful of these guys. Maple, Melendez, Woodley. I mean, we faced the elite pitchers in the country in Lewiston, and that experience cannot be measured, really. They've faced guys like this before.
Off the end of the bat. And that weird spin on that ball gets into left, and a hit for Caden Owens.
I'll take it. They're going to run for Owens, I'm sure.
You are correct, sir. Be John Murphin to run for Caden Owens.
What in the world was that?
That have some like nasty spin on it?
I
That's
looked-
what it looked like.
Yes, it definitely had crazy spin, probably off the cap. I looked down to switch cameras, and all of a sudden it was in left field.
It's going to bring up the left fielder, Sean Maple.
Maple, go ahead. He's one of these World Series vets. He hit 2 homers in Lewiston in 2023 against a dude who was a transfer from Kentucky throwing 92. You know, like, he doesn't care. He's no big deal.
He did have a double earlier.
Yeah, he does not care. He's one of these guys that's like, bring it on. I can handle that. They call it a strike?
That was inside.
Okay.
At least I thought it was. The umpire did too.
I thought I heard some yelling once I looked down, so we're good.
On just off the outside corner for ball 2. And Maple takes up for ball 3.
There's no flinch in his game. He's like, I'm from Australia. I face much scarier things every day than a guy throwing 90 miles an hour.
I didn't realize that he went to Heston.
Yeah. We had a connection there, too.
Okay. That misses for ball 4.
Kyle Olson, who was a left-handed pitcher for us for 4 years, is the head coach at Heston, and I think it's like, hey, we have a good matchup for you. MNU's a cool program. Why don't you go there? They're joining the NAI.
Yeah, I was about to mention that. They're joining the NAI, and I'm quite familiar. They were in their high school was in the same league I played in when I was in high school, so that's where the connection was. Yeah.
We played. What was that noise?
I have no idea what that noise was. It is 10:01. A sigh type. I don't know.
Click the back button 30 seconds.
I am not clicking the back button 30 seconds.
I'm saying if you're a listener and you missed it, just
don't.
click back 30 seconds.
Well, if you want a quick trick, pause it and then click your back arrow. It goes back 5 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need that trick because I hate navigating Heart Network games.
Yeah, if you pause it and then hit the back arrow on your keyboard, you'll go back 5 seconds.
Well, that's better.
Yeah, here. I'll go back for the embarrassment of myself. I'm going to go back.
It was like a hiccup and a sigh and a groan all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm sighing because that high school was 15 years ago. I don't feel like I'm that old.
Right.
Oh, I'm not even going to be able to find that now.
All right, 2 base runners. Have we had an inning with 2 base runners other than
2 on at the same time, other than
the bottom of the 6th? Yeah.
I don't think so. Okay. This was the point where you were talking about it, so we'll find that in between innings. And the check, they're going to appeal.
No, I didn't think he did either.
And he did not. Willie Borquez, the batter. Borquez 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out.
I don't have that shot, actually. Well, we might, whatever.
I think we're back to our original guy. Fouled off by Borquez.
What's Borquez, 0 for 2?
Yeah, fly out to center, ground out to short.
So he's at least been able to make contact. He's seeing it decently against Maeta, who's been absolutely awesome.
The ground out to short was deceiving. That was the one that was basically to second.
Oh, yeah.
Foul tipped into the glove of Tiger for strike 2.
Plenty of strikeout in Borquez's game. We already covered that. But plenty of juice as well. He's hit some tremendous homers in his 2 years at MNU.
Anything into the outfield right now.
Yeah, they'll send Murphin if it's down.
That just missed. That was a good spot from Maeta. Now over 90 pitches, but there is nobody moving in the bullpen.
We don't have anybody better than this.
A little low, maybe?
Yeah. Borquez 6'5" or so.
The 2-2 misses outside, and a full count to Borquez. That walk for Maeta was also his first of the game.
And it looked like he was being a little careful with Maple, who had the pretty good swing against him. Now, you can't send the runners here because of the swing and miss stuff and the swing and miss hitter. But obviously, big moment right here.
3-2 to Borquez. Fly ball into shallow center. Ormondi will call for it and make the catch.
And that center fielder was coming in hot.
We've seen some great defense by both second basemen in this one.
These guys can play. And now Lugo.
Who's been your best hitter tonight. Lugo 2 for 2. Double, a single, and an RBI.
And this team has 6 guys with OPSs around 1,000. Lugo is not among them. But when there's 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, he has come through multiple times. He has a couple of walk-off hits. He had the 2-out single earlier. He's been clutch.
And they're going to need it right here. Off-speed had him out in front.
Yeah, they have the same stat sheet that I have. They know he's going to be swinging. If you can keep it away from his barrel, you're going to be all right.
The 0-1. Swung on him, missed for strike 2. Now Maeta trying to get out of trouble.
Fastball up, breaking ball in the dirt. Plenty of ways to go here, 0-2 against a free swinger.
Fouled that one back.
That got your microphone again.
That was your microphone, not my microphone. That knocked it down. That 2 for...
That's unbelievable.
Twice in...
One day is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, I think this one's still working, though, so... I can't quite tell. Swing and a miss. Van Tiger down to first to complete the strikeout, and Maeta works out of trouble in the 7th. And we'll head to the home half of the inning. You're watching the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament. Brand Van Tiger to lead off the bottom of the 7th for Clarke.
This is awesome. This game.
Yes. From
pitch one, this has been a great, fun game.
Yeah. The pitchers have been fantastic. The defense has been great. Now 2-0 count here at a Van Tiger.
7-8-9 due up for Clarke. Lopez will cross 100 pitches this at bat. And let's see. There we go.
That misses up. It's 3-0.
I don't think he'll let Lopez get into too much trouble. It was the last inning that he got hit in the leg. That may have started to swell. You don't know how he's feeling. He really blew it out last inning. He also seems to be able to throw a strike whenever he wants to. Ace Pioneer reliever Reese Helland in the bullpen.
That misses, and a leadoff walk to Van Tiger. And this is kind of the same situation.
Yep.
He led off the 5th inning, and Ayers came on to run for him, and he was the runner that scored. And now Randy Lopez Acosta will be the batter. You square here?
I do, but they didn't last time when they were in this situation. And they were trailing, but it depends on what kind of bunter he is, what kind of hitter you have in the 9-hole. There's lots of factors.
Strike to Lopez Acosta. 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. Up and out from Lopez. That was pitch number 103. Bunt put down, fielded cleanly by Lopez. He'll go to first after thinking about going to second. So the sacrifice bunt will move Ayers into scoring position. And I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Yes, we are. This will be Jen Hattori will hit for Ramirez. Hattori will hit in the spot of Ramirez. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. And he'll take a strike from Lopez.
You saw Lopez there deliberately come to a stop. He's being more mindful about it, as that's the difference in this game right now.
Down the right field line, a long run here for Owens. Makes the catch. Ayers will tag, and he'll be in safely at third. So 2 gone now for Ormonde. Same situation, right? Like almost identical.
Yeah. Nice play from Owens, ranged far over, didn't go out of play. Even if he had, I guess he did not break early. Even if he had, it's the same situation. You get to third base. So another stressful 2-out situation for Luis Lopez.
He's been in a few of those tonight.
Yep.
Swing and a miss by Ormonde. Fouled off for strike 2.
This is a tough spot right here. You know Ormonde's being aggressive, and you can bounce a breaking ball and get him, but can you risk that with a runner on third?
Called strike 3. Fastball paints the outside corner, and the 8th strikeout for Luis Lopez. And that was big time as the Pride leave another runner on third base.
So no breaking ball in the dirt, just 90 on the outside corner at the knees. Freezes him. Awesome pitch. I don't know who calls the pitches. I think Coach Thompson used to, but not anymore. Crespo's had a chance. I don't know who does it anymore, but that's just dirty.
So 7 complete, tied at 1 here in the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament. Eight, 9-1 for MNU in the top of the 8th. Harper, Crespo, and Olmo. Harper 0 for 2 with a flyout and a ground out. He'll take a strike from Maeta. That was pitch number 100 on the evening. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Did he just change up there? Looked like Harper was out front. Oh, and he's hurt.
Yeah, I think that's still whatever happened in his last at-bat when he was running is still bothering him. Do you have another? Do you go Melendez at third?
Oh, something there.
He plays third, correct?
Melendez plays third. Crespo is also an option at third, and then we'd bring in Hamilton, but I don't think we want to lose the DH, which is what would happen there. So I think, this is an impossible at bat. Here, Jonathan Phillips. Here, go in and hit this guy. You're down 0-2, by the way.
So Jonathan Phillips will hit here for Harper, down 0-2.
Yeah, welcome to the game. He swung at that.
They're going to appeal. They're going to say he did not go around.
Okay, we'll take.
You thought for certain he went.
Let's see. Hello. Whoops. Yeah, they thought so too.
Swing and a miss by Phillips. And the 9th strikeout for Dante Maeda.
Officially, that is Harper's strikeout. So here's the check swing. That was like egregious. Did you see it?
No, I wasn't. Oh, yeah. that was strike 3.
Yeah.
I'll bring up the catcher, Crespo. He'll take up for ball 1.
So I think in the bottom of this inning, Melendez will be at third. And we lose the DH. That's interesting. But that DH spot will be the 8 hole there, I think. Is that 1-0?
Yes, 1-1. I had.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. That one was there's 2 balls. I know that for certain.
There's at least 2
There's
balls.
at least 2.
I don't know if there are any strikes. I think there might be 3 balls.
He just put it out. 2-1. I was right.
Okay.
It was 2-1. That misses low and away, and a 3-1 count to Crespo.
Ryan texted me a long time ago. Was that a balk?
Oh. You get text messages from your coach in the middle of the game?
During the game.
That's fantastic.
We were in each other's weddings. We were teammates and roommates.
Yeah, we've talked about I think you and I have off camera have talked about this before.
But I don't usually get texts during games, no.
Okay.
Courtesy runner. Is that going to be Murphin or
Lester?
They
burned Murphin
Oh,
already.
that's right. This is 31.
So Garrett Lester in to run at first.
Almost had a pretty tough time here.
Olmo, the batter, has struck out 3 times.
Yes.
Up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit for Olmo. Lester will move up.
Now good speed aboard for our most productive hitter this year, the highest OPS, Drew Woodley.
Got some activity in the bullpen, and I think he's signaling.
He's like, I'm ready, and the coach is like, I don't care.
And that's their closer, Jacob Monday.
Okay.
So 2 on, 1 out here for Woodley. As Maeda misses high for ball 1. Pitch count getting up there. Now over 110. Up and out for ball 2.
You mentioned Nathan Torres between innings earlier. He just texted me. Says it's been a long time since an MNU pitcher is doing what Luis has done tonight. Do you remember John Vargas?
Yes, I remember John Vargas very well.
He was him.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I mean,
we drew you that year in the conference tournament where we were good that one year, and
Yeah.
I was not happy when we drew you because I knew we were getting Vargas.
Vargas is nasty. And Zach Trevino the last 3 years has been awesome. But, yeah, Lopez, this kind of dominance, this kind of swing and miss, facing and toe-to-toe with Maeda, who's been just awesome.
And 2-0 here to Woodley. And that's up for ball 3, and he's kind of lost his command a little bit and maybe think he's getting tired. I mean, he's at 113.
How long can you be perfect is the question.
I think if Woodley gets on, I think this might be it. And that's another walk. And we'll see. Melendez is the batter.
Had a good swing against him last time. Do you let him face him again? For the 4th time?
Now batting the designated
And it's
hitter,
going to be
number 7.
Maeda.
If you're the Clarke coach, are you doing anything different? How could you bring in somebody else? You got somebody better than this now?
I mean, he's your guy. Monday's been great, though, this year. 3.80 ERA.
Yeah.
And 21 and a third. Got the save in their first game. And that's a strike on the outside corner from Maeda.
Melendez, obviously, he's been a middle-of-the-order hitter for a nationally ranked team for 3 years. But he's not the quickest guy in the world, and he does hit hard ground balls.
That would be ideal if you're Clarke in this situation. A swing and a miss for strike 2. Trust the stuff. He's proved that off-speed stuff has been
all of it,
just as good as the fastball has been.
It's all good.
Yeah. Regardless of what happens, this has been a masterful performance. That one into the turf, blocked by Van Tiger.
Melendez saw that changeup. That was in the zone for quite a while before he spat on it.
Fly ball to right, and that is probably going to be enough. Lester will tag. He will score a sacrifice fly for Javier Melendez. And the Pioneers lead it 2-1. Their first run since the top of the second inning. As Melendez comes through and does exactly what he needs to get the run across.
Big time. I think that's a big number of sacrifice flies this year for him. Check that real quick. Or I've got it here.
7th.
That's his 7th. Nobody else has more than 4. Lugo has 4.
And that is going to be it.
What a performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, hold your head high. He was awesome tonight. Just the other guy across from you was awesome as well. They're looking still. Was that not the second visit? No. He's sticking with him. He's going to let him go.
I love it. Give him a chance to win, get the victory.
Caden Owens, the batter.
If you take him out right here, he's got no chance to win it.
He's got to get Owens right here. Owens had that
squibber base hit, yep.
And that right here scores a run. And Woodley going to take second uncontested. Up and out to Owens.
You know Owens he's got all these tons of RBIs. You know he's going to be anxious right now, but 2 good takes right there when you are trying to be aggressive. With the base open, a walk here isn't the worst thing for Maeta either.
High and outside, 3-0.
They might not let him throw this next pitch, just point him down to first. Do you put the green light on your big power hitter? Is he going to pipe a fastball in the mid-80s right here? No.
And another walk for Maeta. That'll load the bases for Sean Maple. That's gonna be it. A great performance tonight from
Awesome.
Dante Maeta.
That was really fun to watch. Good job, dude.
Will end in 7 2/3 and 9 strikeouts for the senior out of Berwyn, Illinois, and a pitching change here for Clarke. Jacob Monday, the new pitcher here for Clarke. Monday got the save earlier today. 3.80 ERA and 21 1/3. 23 strikeouts, opponent batting average of 289. Sean Maple, the batter. Chance to break this game open in the top of the 8th inning. Maple is 1 for 2, a double, a pop out, and a walk. You didn't change pitchers.
Okay.
Just happened to look down. Breaking ball misses in.
What's his number? 7.
7. I know you got a lot going on over there. A 2-0 to Maple. And a high fly ball deep to left. Crowder going back at the wall and will make the catch to end the inning. But a sacrifice fly by Javier Melendez gives the Pioneers a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Who's coming out? Who's coming out? Lopez again. Holy cow.
the designated hitter, Cole Swartz, to lead off. It will be Swartz, Brooks, and Brown due up here for the Pride. And as you've got Chad's reaction, Luis Lopez back on the mound again for the Pioneers. A big hopper down the third base side in foul territory.
I was going to mention that the first guy is going to hit it to Melendez at third. You test the new defensive guy every time.
And Melendez,
So the lineup now is Melendez at third. Lopez is in the 8 hole as the pitcher, no DH.
Grounded foul again towards Melendez.
Now Melendez has played third base for 2 years. He would have been there again this year had MNU had Noah Castillo, would have been DHing, but he got hurt. And then the DH spot became kind of flux, and we needed to find a third baseman and a DH, and it turned into Riggs Harper, and so here we are. But so it's not like Melendez doesn't take plenty of reps at third.
The 0-2 misses low.
I don't know how much trouble Coach Thompson will let Lopez get into if he walks a guy or whatever. Is it just one base runner and you're out? I wonder what the situation is. Reese Helland is ready to go.
1-2 off the handle, fouled toward the MNU dugout.
Rory got that, of course. Let's show it. Nice catch, I think, by somebody over there. Nobody better.
The 1-2 into right field, and a base hit for Swartz. And the leadoff runner aboard for the Pride in the bottom of the 8th.
Nicely slapped past Owens.
Now batting your right fielder, number 30.
That'll do it.
Jackson Brooks.
What a performance.
And Ryan Thompson on his way out to the mound. And
Or is he just going to do what the other coach did and just talk to him and say, hey, I can't imagine.
McCabe came out and talked to Maeda the first time. And then he walked the next batter, and that was it.
He's calling for him.
And here comes Reese Helland, and that will be the end of the night for Luis Lopez. 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. And Helland will come in, he will warm up, and we'll take a break. Reese Helland, the new pitcher for MNU. grad student out of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Reese Helland has had a cool story this year. He gave up a walk-off homer to end the season last year in the opening round.
And misses outside there to Jackson Brooks.
And we all thought that was the last pitch he would ever throw. He had a great career at MNU, 22, 23, and 24. Pitched in the World Series, got a save in the World Series, got big outs in opening rounds, saves in the opening rounds to send us to Lewiston. But we thought that was it, but we found another year of eligibility. He was going to be a coach, a pitching coach at MNU. And so, but there was another year of eligibility. He got married. He lost like 25 pounds, and it's a different guy. Same nasty splitter or cutter though.
Helland a 5.65 ERA on the year in 28 2/3, 31 strikeouts, opponent batting average of 278.
It's been a really strange year for him this year. A lot of homers given up, oddly.
That misses outside and a 3-1 count to Brooks.
He got a midweek start at Missouri Baptist just because he hadn't pitched in a while and gave up like 3 or 4 homers in the first inning.
They hit a lot of them.
And, yeah, that didn't work out.
Up and out. And now the leading run is aboard for Clarke. And the bullpen is stirring for MNU.
I'm guessing they're going to get the lefty Cortez in play. They're going to run at first as Clarke.
Oh, Ayers is going to run. So that was their courtesy.
Yeah.
And now it's going to bring up Alden Brown.
Yeah, it's the 4-hole. What kind of sacrifices does he have this year? Is this a bunt situation for them?
Let me see.
For your 4-hole?
No sacrifice bunts,
sacrifices.
3 sac flies. Brown 0 for 3 has struck out twice. And down and away from Helland.
Helland has gotten some of the biggest outs in MNU history these last few years. He's not intimidated by the situation at all, but he does need to find the zone.
A swing and a miss by Brown. The 1-1. Swing and a miss by Brown.
And he looks like he's throwing harder than normal as well. He doesn't usually rely on... Wait, is this a new catcher? It is.
Is that Bryson Hamilton?
Yeah.
Fouled out of play by Brown.
It is possible that...
And a swing and a miss and a big strikeout for Helland.
It is possible that Hamilton is in the 8-hole and Helland is in the 9-hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If they took
If there was
Crespo
a double switch situation.
Yeah.
That's possible. So I might not have the right stats going. But we'll figure it out.
Darren Eels the batter. Eels is 1 for 3.
Give me that. That's a good
On
strike.
the outside corner. Into the turf, blocked by Hamilton. Ground ball fielded cleanly, and the throw away by Lugo. And that will tie the game at 2 on the error. So a big error there by Lugo. And everybody safe on what was a tailor-made double play ball. And Key Crowder will be the batter with a chance to give Clarke the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. In for a strike from Helland.
Wow. What a play that was.
Fouls off the bunt attempt, and Crowder down in the count 0-2.
Here it is again. This was an inning-ending double play, and it looked like he didn't quite have the grip on it when he took it out of his glove. Woodley gets upended. The run scores. The guy moves to third. Disastrous defensive play for the Pioneers. He hesitated briefly as he picked it up, right? That means he probably didn't have a good grip on it, but he went with it anyway. I have 0-2.
Little quick visit there for Clarke. And Crowder going to go back to the plate. Had a single back in the second inning. Has popped out twice since. A chance for him to come through here. And foul down the third base line.
Center field camera keep getting glitchy on me. I'm sorry about that.
That one, when those batteries start to get low, the connection gets a little iffy.
This guy's at 53. He should be fine.
That should be. It's also wireless technology.
Yeah.
Another ball grounded foul. I will find my words. Pardon me. We've been talking about baseball for the last 12 hours. That one hits him in the back.
On 0-2.
And that loads the bases for Bryn Van Tiger.
Technically a base was open there, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but you got a guy 0-2 in a situation where you really need a strikeout. But force everywhere. Clarke rowing the boat, getting him going. Nice get, camera 3.
Yeah,
have some feel. Good job.
Like, it's just being able to look outside your viewfinder is a great talent as a camera operator.
Yes.
As that misses to Van Tiger, who is 1 for 3. He has reached base twice. A single and a walk. If he can find a way on here, Clarke will have the lead. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Lots of swing and miss in Helland's game. He's got a really sharp breaking ball, and his main pitch is the cutter, so a lot of soft contact as well.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. High leverage situation here for Helland. The bases loaded and 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2, down and away.
Helland will want to make it happen right here, but Van Tiger knows that. He's got to come with a strike.
Deep breath in the 2-2. Fouled off by Van Tiger.
Good battle. These teams are battling right now. This is great. What would you rather do? In college, playing with your buddies? Just going to work in a game like this? This is just awesome.
Swing and a miss. And another big strikeout there for Helland.
Helland is like, Yeah, I've seen bigger outs than this before. I don't even care. He just didn't even react.
Because he knows it's not over yet.
Yeah, I got outs to get.
Randy Lopez Acosta, the batter. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, tie game. Down the left field line, just foul.
Yikes. I almost missed that with my camera switching, too. Careful, Jenkins.
That was almost extra bases, and that might have cleared the bases.
That would have been pretty much ball game.
This is down for ball 1. Lopez Acosta 0 for 2, 2 ground outs and a sacrifice bunt. The 1-1. Swung on him, missed for strike 2. One, two. Called strike 3. Lopez Acosta goes down looking. Clarke does get a run, but they leave the bases loaded. We will head to the 9th, tied at 2. Willie Borquez to lead off the top of the 9th. It'll be Borquez and Lugo, then we'll see. He takes outside for ball 1 from Jacob Monday. Fouled out of play by Borquez. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a pop out. Line drive right at Brown. And 1 gone.
Shortstop number 30, Christopher Lugo.
Bring up the shortstop, Christopher Lugo. Oh, you're going to love this. Helen's got a bat.
He hit on senior day the other day.
Okay.
And he hit at his JUCO before coming here.
Okay, that
I mean, he struck out looking like an idiot, but he did hit.
You don't want to burn him on the mound just yet.
No.
So
If Lugo doesn't get to second right here, I think they'll just go with Helland.
that went into the turf for Lugo. He's 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a strikeout.
I was up in the press box just randomly cleaning up stuff or whatever, and they were doing practice. And Helland was hitting, just taking some swings, and he was easily putting them into the trees in left field. He does have some juice. Now, in this situation, I'm not expecting much, but it's not a ridiculous, like, no chance type pitcher.
That misses down to Lugo for ball 2.
I've got 3. Am I wrong? I've been wrong a lot today.
Into left center, and that's going to be the 3rd hit of the day for Lugo. And he's going to dig for second. Lopez Acosta slipped, and he'll be in safely at second with a double.
So now what do you do with Helland?
And
Offensive timeout.
I think they're going to talk this over. Does he bunt?
Probably.
And then you give Hamilton a chance?
Yeah. But why bunt? I mean, you need a hit to score him anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to do here. Lugo's swinging it well today. My goodness.
3 for 4. 2 doubles.
They're taking Helland out. And I don't even know who this is. This is Lester.
Just to put down a bunt, maybe?
Does he have an AB this year?
Um,
I've got it right in front of me.
I do not believe so. "31's a different guy on my stats.
Yeah, 31 says Carter Manning, but either way, he doesn't have an at-bat. They've shared numbers early in the year, and I think it screwed up some stats and stuff.
Gotcha.
Now batting for the Pioneers, number 31, Carter Manning.
You might have him as Garrett Lester, I'm not sure.
So Garrett Lester will be the batter. The freshman out of Olathe, Kansas. Lugo, the runner on second.
Do something special one time.
Down and away for ball 1. He was not squaring at all.
No, there's no real reason to bunt here.
Yeah,
so
with 1 out.
if you can bunt him to third, you can bloop one into the outfield too. What's the difference? So give yourself a chance to score with 2 swings.
In for a strike from Monday.
I think even the lineup card has Carter Manning, but he's out with a torn ACL. Like, I know it's not Carter Manning, but our stationery needs to be updated.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. That's in for strike 3. The first strikeout for Jacob Monday. And that's going to bring Bryson Hamilton to the plate with 2 outs.
I mean, Reese Helland could have done that, you know. It's a tough spot to be in. As a coaching staff, I mean, like,
Yeah,
what do you decide there if you don't have a normal, you don't have a regular guy off the bench? We're not very deep.
Swing and a miss by Hamilton.
Bryson's not afraid to want the moment, too. He has one of the biggest hits in MNU history. We were down by 1 in the top of the 9th, opening round at Shreveport. And he'd had an up-and-down season similar like this, not a ton of at-bats, and he doubled down the line to get us going.
The 0-1. Fielded cleanly by Ramirez. The throw across in time to Brown, and that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 9th, tied at 2 here at the 2025 Hart Baseball Tournament. Giancarlo Cortez in to throw now for MNU. The left-hander, a .64 ERA in 14 innings with 12 strikeouts, an opponent batting average of 157.
Yeah, he was supposed to be one of the main guys this year, either a number 3 type starter or a long guy out of the pen. And early on, he was awesome. He threw, 7 innings before he missed like 6 weeks. He's back healthy.
And that's fouled off down the right field line by William Ramirez. It'll be Ramirez, Ormonde, and Swartz for Clarke to try to win it in the bottom of the 9th.
So he's back healthy, and the numbers are still stellar. He's 1-0. He's got 2 saves, 14 innings, 8 hits, 8 walks, so that's a little bit of a concern. 12 strikeouts, opponents not hitting him very hard, 157.
Breaking ball up and out.
But he was probably going to be the 3rd highest innings guy on the team.
Junior out of Chula Vista, California. Back up the middle, Woodley. And a nice pick from Owens.
Woo!
They get Ramirez at first. Bring up Dean Ormonde. Ormonde is 1 for 4.
Here's the pick at first from Owens from camera 3. Nice. In between hop. Those are so tough.
Ormonde had a hit all the way back in the first inning. Strike on the inside corner from Cortez. Down and in for ball 1.
Ormonde's like, I'm wearing the shin pad. I should have used it.
The 1-1 swung on him, missed.
Did not get a good look at that breaking ball from Cortez. Waved weakly at it.
One-two. Ground ball again to Woodley. Over to Owens, 2 gone.
seems like Woodley's had tons of chances all season. We've had a lot of weak contact to the opposite field side.
Cole Swartz, the batter, swung on and missed for strike one. Swartz is 1 for 3 with a flyout, a strikeout, a walk, and a single.
I had Woodley with 4 assists in 1 inning earlier this season. I'd never had that before.
That's a rarity.
Yeah. He, you get an assist if the guy misses your throw and he would have been out.
Yes.
That happened. I think Owens closed the glove too early or something, and it was just a weird clank. And then he got 3 other ground outs.
Another swing and a miss for Swartz. Down in the count, 1-2. One, two.
Let it go foul. Touch it.
And that ball will roll foul.
Don't let it go fair. Whoops. Wrong button. Hamilton, usually a pretty heady player. That one he got a little bit confused, I think.
So Swartz will come back to the box. Down in the count, 1-2. One, two, grounded foul.
Bryson Hamilton's favorite soft beverage is coconut water.
How do you know that?
He texted me earlier today, wanted me to say some random facts, and now I finally remembered.
Oh, high fly ball, deep to left. That's going to go off the wall for Swartz around second, and he is going to be in safely with a 2-out triple.
Holy cow, I thought that was gone. I thought this game was over. He blasted that thing.
I think if that was hit earlier, that's probably gone.
Definitely. The wind was howling. Wow.
And now Jackson Brooks with a chance to win it for Clarke.
That just came out of nowhere. Cortez had been dominant so far.
And he had a couple swings and misses, and
right?
But
left that one up.
Perfect contact on that one. Brooks, the batter, fouls that one out of play. Brooks is 1 for 3. A walk and a single in his last 2 plate appearances.
So now no margin for error for Cortez. You can't clank one in the dirt. No errors can be made for the Pioneers. Big pressure spot.
Just inside for ball 1.
This is your 3-hole in a big spot. Clarke looking to upset the 2 seed.
They're going to appeal. They're going to say he went. 1-2 count to Jackson Brooks.
That one looked pretty obvious, but we'll check again. Never mind.
Fouled off by Brooks. He'll walk that one off. One, two. Off the end of the bat, foul.
Man, there's been some odd contact. A lot of tapped foul balls and capped balls skittering around. All they need is a solid single anywhere. Not even a solid one.
No, just anywhere that gets down. 1-2 again. That one grounded foul down the third base line.
Had a little better look at that one. That was barreled.
Another one grounded foul by Brooks.
Brooks just fighting it off and fighting it off. Cortez coming in with that cutter or slider, whatever he's throwing. Trying to keep it off the barrel.
Another 1-2 went up and out. And it's 2-2 now to Jackson Brooks. High and outside. That will run the count full.
A walk here obviously doesn't matter. Cortez can be as nasty as he wants without bouncing it. This next pitch will be the 10th of the at-bat.
Great at-bat here for Brooks. Fouls another one off.
What a battle. This at-bat and the whole game.
Popped up. Caught by Woodley, and we're going to extras. We will head to the 10th as Cortez gets out of trouble and works around the triple from Swartz. Clarke MNU tied it 2. Top of the order due up for the Pioneers here in the top of the 10th. The Olmo, Woodley, and Melendez. Olmo had 3 straight strikeouts to start his evening, then had a single in the 8th inning and was stranded on 3rd. Monday still on the bump for Clarke. That misses down and in. Up and out for ball 2. And a 3-0 count to Olmo to start the top of the 10th.
He might be taking the next 2 pitches. Base runners have been paramount this whole game.
I would like you to know we have 343 people watching us at 11:12 at night. Strike on the outside corner.
People like quality entertainment, and that's what we provide.
3-1 count here to Olmo. Grounded toward Ormondi.
Safe.
And Olmo in safely at first. Able to beat it out. A close play at first.
He's pretty excited over there. Good Lord. that fourth hop, I think, is what started to give us hope.
As Ormonde got there, but and I think Brian McCabe would like to talk.
Ooh, that was closer than I thought.
That was really close. So they.
Let's have another look at that. Pretty good angle here.
Drew Woodley will be the batter.
Wow, that does not get closer than that.
No, it doesn't. So Olmo with the infield single.
He looked safe live, didn't he?
Alive, I thought so.
But I think his hand hit later than I expected when we saw it in the replay.
It was closer than what I thought. You know, that was very similar to the play that happened in
softball.
My softball game this morning.
Absolutely.
Very similar.
Woodley squared around. They're trying to give you an out, but it's 2-0.
2-0 from Monday. And Woodley's going to take a strike on the outside corner.
Woodley's a good bunter. He can bunt for a hit. He's also got decent power, of course, with his OPS over 1,200.
That one popped up by Woodley. It'll get down foul. That's going to get out of play down the first base side.
Man, that pitch got a lot of the plate.
Count remains 2-2 to Drew Woodley.
With 2 strikes, he's a little bit more defensive, guarding against heaters and off-speed pitches just behind that one.
Another 2-2 from Monday. Fly ball into shallow right. Brooks calls off Ormonde and will make the catch. So 1 out here in the top of the 10th for the third baseman, Javier Melendez. Melendez 0 for 3. Did have the sacrifice fly in the 8th inning to score one of the 2 runs for the Pioneers.
Frustrating at bat for Woodley. He was ahead 2-0 and then took the strike, then bunted it foul, and then had to swing.
Fouled out of play by Melendez.
Pioneers don't run much with Olmo. Probably not stealing.
One low from Monday for ball 1.
Olmo 8 for 10. I guess he runs as much as anyone, but Pioneers don't run much in situations like that. I'm okay. I'll just stop talking.
A 1-1 to Melendez. Rounded to Ramirez. To Ormonde for 1. And the throw wide. So Melendez will reach on the fielder's choice.
Good hustle from Melendez to not get doubled off there. He missed a lot of last year with a knee injury, so always wary of that.
It's going to bring up Caden Owens. Owens is 1 for 3. Singled back in the 7th.
His favorite candy is Reese's, the peanut butter cup. Hamilton told me to say that as well, so I finally got that in.
Strike on the outside corner from Monday.
And now, since I've mentioned it, he'll probably gap one and give us the lead here. MNU. I'm not rooting for anybody.
He's
here.
really bad at being unbiased,
Yeah.
in case nobody's noticed.
Yeah.
Fouled out of play by Owens for strike 2. Owens, the Hart leader in RBIs with 59. And the Pioneers would love nothing more than for him to get one right here. An 0-2 count to Caden Owens. High fly ball deep to left. And off the wall for Owens. Melendez around third. He is going to score an RBI double for Caden Owens in the top of the 10th to give the Pioneers the lead.
Caden Owens has serious oppo juice, and that thing would have cleared the fence by plenty earlier today. He blasted that ball.
Off the wall and left. Now 60 RBIs on the year for Owens.
You'd like to pinch run for him, but they already have, so he's the guy now. He'll stay out there.
Sean Maple will be the batter. Doubled and came around to score back in the 2nd. Also has a walk in the 7th.
That play took so long that I didn't capture it in time. I got it after contact.
Maple 1 for 3. Take strike 1 from Monday. Middle of the order due up for Clarke in the bottom of the 10th. Breaking ball down and away. The 1-1. Slider misses up. Two-one and a big swing and a miss by Maple.
Got to buy him upstairs. Good pitch.
Popped up. It's going to get out of play.
Felt like a mistake from here that Maple was on. Oh, yeah. 2-strike hanging curveballs usually get hit a long way because hitters are timed for that with 2 strikes generally. Maple just underneath it.
Into left, and that's going to be a hit for Maple. Owens around third. He's going to score. Maple digging for second. And an RBI double for Sean Maple. And the Pioneer lead is now 2. And Clarke looking down to the bullpen.
Now batting the right fielder, number 34, Willie Borges.
Willie Borges will be the batter for MNU. Back-to-back two-out doubles for the Pioneers.
Got some clutch in the Pioneers tonight. Here it is from the side. Was it another breaking ball? Do you remember?
I think it was.
It was lower than the previous one, but Maple still stayed on it.
Yeah, I think that was another breaking ball. So
you can see it from the front. Yeah, it was a better pitch than the previous pitch, but this one he didn't get away with. Maple, I mean, he was all over the last one. Do you fire it again? It's a tough call.
I think
maybe he tried to bounce it. I don't know.
Wonder if this is going to be it here for Monday.
They've been taking a long time. If not, it's a pitch clock violation, right?
I come out and talk to him. And they're going to make it to go. Borges 0 for 4. A fly out, a ground out, a pop out, and a line out.
How about a homer? Let's fill out the bingo card, Willie.
And a fly ball to center. Acosta ranges to his right and will make the catch. That will end the inning. RBI doubles from Caden Owens and Sean Maple give the Pioneers a 4-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 10th. So Alden Brown to lead things off for Clarke. And if you're Clarke, the one thing you can take away from tonight that may be the reason why they struggled so much, they are 0 for 15 with runners in scoring position tonight.
Holy cow.
And that is, when you've had that many opportunities with runners in scoring position, and just 1 for 19 with runners on base.
So the runs came on a balk and an error. That's what Pioneer defense so stellar, but that second run came in on that error.
Yeah, the error by Lugo. And down and in for ball 2 to Alden Brown. Brown is 0 for 4. He has struck out 3 times.
Facing some tough pitching tonight.
That's outside for ball 3.
I don't know who we would even. Looks like Bryce Brecklin throwing down there.
That's in for a strike from Giancarlo Cortez.
Is that a slider?
I could not tell.
I thought it had a little bend in it on 3-0. That did.
On the outside corner, full count to Brown.
Well, I guess he's throwing that one again. You can sit on that one, Brown. 100%.
3-2 fouls that one off. Swing and a miss by Brown. First strikeout for Giancarlo Cortez.
Oh, from 3-0 all the way back. What a comeback.
Bring up the shortstop, Darren Eels. Eels is 1 for 4.
Now, Cortez has hardly thrown any innings this year, so he's plenty fresh. But a 6-week layoff, you don't know what kind of stamina he'll have, too. So, obviously, the Pioneers don't want him to throw another inning tonight.
Weak ground ball, and that's going to be a tough play for Cortez. And it's going to hit Eels. They're going to call him out.
We'll see. We will see. Runner's interference. It's so common with right-handers. There's nowhere for them to run. Let's see. Is he in the baseline? No. He's in the field of play. That's an easy call. They got it right. I think camera 3 may have had a better angle of it. Yeah, look at this. This will be perfect.
Oh, this is going to be a great angle.
This looks like a big league replay right here. You have to be in that box, and he's just not. Now, there's nowhere for him to go. It happens all the time with right-handed hitters because of the angle, but that's the call, and that's the right call. And it's just a tough break for Clarke.
So the runner's interference results in a ground out for Eels. And that is going to bring up Key Crowder.
And when you're up by 2, you can make that throw aggressively because who cares if he reaches second? And so if he'd just eaten that ball, if we're up by 1, he might not make that throw, and then there's no interference.
In for a strike to Crowder. Crowder is 1 for 3. Another swing and a miss, down 0-2. Into left center.
We're not done yet.
Long run. And Maple got there.
What?
What a play by Sean Maple to end the game.
Oh, my goodness. We are done yet. What a catch.
Maple had to go a long way to get that one, but he ranges to his left, slides, makes the catch, and the Pioneers win this one in 10.
Not known for his defense, Sean Maple. He went all out for this one and dove towards the wall. Well, didn't dive. Catch and slide. We'll take it. The sunglasses go flying.
And
Olmo loves it. A great shot, Rory, once again.
And the Pioneers win this one in 10. So 2 great pitching performances result in no decisions tonight. So Cortez will get the win, going the final 2 innings. And then Monday will take the loss there for Clarke. For the Pride, they scored 1 in the 5th and 1 in the 8th. Swartz was 2 for 4 with a triple. They had a chance there in the 9th, but Cortez was able to get out of it. And for MNU, it was Lugo in the 1st, and the sacrifice fly by Melendez in the 8th, and then the back-to-back RBI doubles by Caden Owens and Sean Maple that gave the Pioneers a 4-2 win. So we'll take a look at the bracket. The Pioneers will move on. They will play Central Methodist at 8:30 tomorrow night, and that is must-see TV.
Yeah,
Seems
like we face CMU
That
in
will be a great baseball game.
the conference tournament every year, maybe a couple times.
And Clarke.
What a game. What an awesome game that was.
Clarke will play Baker at 1:30 tomorrow, so Clarke having to play 3 games in the span of about 24 hours.
That's the time of year for it. This is what you live for.
It is.
Well,
It
look
is.
at Riggs Harper is on crutches. That is not good news for the Pioneers. But good news, we won this game.
MNU.
Good news that the Pioneers won this game.
So MNU takes it 4-2. So the lineup for the games tomorrow at 10 o'clock, it will be Mount Mercy and Culver Stockton. At 1:30, it will be Baker and Clarke. At 5 o'clock, it will be Grandview and Park. And it will be Central Methodist and MNU in the nightcap tomorrow. But the Pioneers take this one by a final of 4-2 to close day 1 of the 2025 Heart of America Athletic Conference Baseball Tournament. So for all of our camera operators and Chad Jenkins, my name is Dakota Smith, and thank you for watching today. We'll be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night.